All right, guys, it's Monday afternoon. Some of you have not completed AA.2. This is one of the assignments that I said that if you can get it up to 55% or so, that I would take that as being complete. I've recently been helping some of my friends' kids work on their algebra, which is ninth grade math that's coming up next year. And it's really, really important that you learn how to do this concept, or you will be struggling next year in high school. So I'm going to just do a few examples on this. If you have any questions, feel free to email me or contact me. And then again, don't forget, I also shared some notes, which is a study guide a few weeks ago for you guys that will help you with AA.4. It's the exact same as this program, except you have to just indicate if it's one solution, infinitely many solutions, or no solution. Okay, so here we go. We're going to look at this orange one. It's y equals x minus 2. Remember that the negative 2 is where you're going to start. So you plot a point on the negative 2. You always start on the y-axis, which is the vertical axis. And then you're going to look at the coefficient next to the letter x. If you notice, there's not a number here, so that means that the coefficient is 1. What this means is that we're going to go up 1 and over 1. Just a reminder, you always go from left to right, so that's the way that you normally write. So make sure you follow the natural pattern of going left to right. When you finish this one, then we'll click on the blue one. Very important that you click the other color. Okay, this is negative 4x plus 3. So again, this number right here, the 3, is where we're going to start. So you'll click on that 3. Then we're going to look at the coefficient. This time the coefficient is negative 4. Well, negative means that we're actually going to go down 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we're only going to go over 1. The reason that we're going over 1 is that negative 4 written as a fraction is simply negative 4 over 1. Okay, so at this point we have intersecting lines, which means that we have one solution. So we're going to look at this coordinate. Okay, the x comes first. So when x is 1, y is negative 1, and that's what we're going to type in here. I cannot stress enough that you need to always double check your work before you hit submit, especially if you are using a cell phone or a touch screen. Because once you scroll down on the screen to get to this part, sometimes you accidentally move your lines and you don't even realize it. So everything looks good here, nothing moves, so I'm going to submit. Okay, and then we will go on to the next problem. Okay, this one is y equals negative 8x minus 2, and y equals 2x plus 8. So I'm going to make sure it's clicked on the green one. I'm going to start with a negative 2. We always start on the y-axis. My slope this time is a negative 8, which means we go down 8. Okay, and then because it's negative 8, that means we'll just go over 1. Then we'll click on the purple one. This one starts off at positive 8, so we start off at the 8, and then the coefficient is 2, and it's positive, so that means we're going to go up 2 over 1. When it's positive, this arrow is pointing up, so that's how you make sure that you do it correctly. And again, all of these, I've always went from left to right. Okay, so now we need the solution. They intersect precisely one time. So when x is negative 1, the y value is 6. So we're going to carefully type this in, negative 1. The y value is 6. And then submit. And again, this is why you need to know how to do this. You will have this stuff in Algebra 1, so it's a lot easier if you learn to understand it now in middle school, because it's definitely something that you guys are going to be seeing again next year. Okay? So I'm going to click on this y equals x. This one's a little tricky for some people because our equation is y equals mx plus b. There's not a plus b here, which means we will start at the origin. Okay, and then the coefficient is 1, so we'll go up 1 over 1. And then we have y equals negative 4. Well, y is negative 4 right here, and it's any other point on that line. Okay, so my answer is negative 4, 4, and that's what I'm going to type in. And I'm about to run out of time if you see the little clock there on the screen. So negative 4, double checking, and submit.